Hi, I'm Sumi with shailafitness. I want to take you through a quick workout you could do at home with resistance bands. You will need a couple of different tensions of resistance bands. So here I have easy, medium, and heavy. And you'll need those so that you can work the stronger muscles with the heavier bands and the smaller muscles like shoulders with the lighter bands. Let's get started. First up is the band squat. So we will be using the heavy band tension. Step on the bands and position them underneath the middle of the foot. The wider you stand on the band, the more tension you will create. So if you have a little bit of slack right there and more space here, you have a lot less tension to work through. So step wider and make it harder. Curl the bands up. We get a couple of repetitions somewhere around 10 to 15. So let's begin. That's one. Again, weight placement is in your heels. Drop nice and low. So you want to accomplish about 10 to 15 of these, and that'll work your quadriceps. And now let's move on. We're going to do the band good morning. This is going to work your lower back and your hamstrings and glutes. Again, step on the band and place the handles where you did for the squats. Curl them up, lock them in place. I'm going to bend over and stand up. So that's the look from the front. Here's what it looks like from the side. Position yourself. Chin up, nice flat back. Again, 10 to 15 repetitions of this. Perfect. Moving on, we have the split squat. This will work the legs one leg at a time. Step on it with one foot. Make sure it's underneath the middle of the foot and it's secured. Curl it up. Take a big step back. Make sure your feet are on railroad tracks, not on balance beams, so you got a strong balance. And bend and rise. Same thing, 10 to 15 on each side. And you'll want to repeat this entire circuit 2 or 3 times if you're doing this at home. Good job. Legs are almost done. Let's switch. Other foot. Curl it up nice and high. Lock it in place. Back heel up. Bending both knees. Straight down and up. Keep on going. Again, 10 to 15. Nice work. All right, legs are done. Next up is band chest press. You'll need to anchor your band to something sturdy. So look for a chair, something that's really nice and strong and heavy, or a coffee table, or a pole. Probably want to switch to a medium band tension, something a little less tense than what you use for legs. So band chest press, you want to hook it to something sturdy at mid-chest level. Turn away from it. One foot in front of the opposite for stability. Press forward. Again, 10 to 15 reps of this. Nice straight arms at the top. And then when you're through, you want to work back. Let's move on to band row. Again, the band should be fixed to a stationary object around chest level. Stabilize and pull from the midrib. Good. Around 10 to 15 reps of this. And then we want to work the smaller muscles, so shoulders and arms. So you might want to switch band tensions to something less tense. Let's do band overhead press. Again, step on it with one foot. Make sure it's underneath the middle of the foot so there's no chance of it coming off the top. Press it above your head, 10 to 15 reps. Very good. Moving on, bicep curl for bands. Again, a medium tension workout for this. Curl up, all the way up and down. the whole workout, 3 circuits through, with rest in between, should take you about 15-20 minutes, so not much time. So we're almost done with 1 complete circuit. All we have left to do is work triceps and 1 more set of shoulders. And then some of you may want to switch to the lightest band tension for this final round. So let's do band lateral raise. Stepping on it with 1 foot, and you can make it harder by stepping on it with both. At this point in the workout, your arm should be fairly fatigued. Out the side, lower it. Again, 10 to 15 reps. We're almost done. Go at your own pace. You can always stop and pause wherever you need to. We want to finish with band to overhead extension. So you may need to do this by doing it with 1 arm if the tension is just too much. Step on it with both feet towards the end of the handle. Switch it up and above. So you're pressing above your head. Lower it so you work the back of the arm. That's a tricep. 10 to 15 on each side. If you're strong enough, you could do it with both hands going up and down. I'd suggest starting this way. And this is what it looks like if you're doing it on the other side. Again, stepping out with both feet. Make sure it's secure. Press above the head, back behind the head, straight up and down. And let me show you what this looks like when you step on it with both feet and trying to do it with both arms. So you want to step on the middle of it, 1 foot or 2. Begin above your head, back behind the head, and up. You're almost through. Again, 10 to 15 reps. Nice work, everyone. You'll want to repeat the full circuit 2 or 3 times over and call it a day. Great job.